Okay class, so you know when are you going to use classification, when are you going to use regression and other method of analytics. Now let us go deeper into one of the method, that is classification method, for example, and then we will take a look at the model evaluation, or we can also say this as the evaluation of your method. First, I need to brief you what is classification, or detail briefing on classification method. So you are given a collection of record. For example, this is what we call as training set. And then each record will contain a set of attribute. So in a layman term, this attribute is we call as the column. And one of the attribute is the class. So you have here a few attribute. So for example, you have 5 column here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you have attribute 1, you have attribute 2, A3, A4, and A5. This attribute, okay, will be the class, for example. What is the task of classification method? So it is to find a model for class attribute, okay, for class attribute as function of the values of other attributes. So meaning that based on the attribute that we got from other attribute here, A1, A2, A3, and A4, we need to class them for our A5 here. So the goal here is previously unseen record should be assigned a class as accurately as possible. So a test set, this is what we call as a test set. Okay, one thing we call as test set is used to determine the accuracy of the model. Usually the given data set is divided into training and test set, which with training set is used to build the model and test set is used to validate it. Okay, let us see in detail what is training set and test set. See, so this, you have a database here, okay, or we say that is a data set. Okay, for example, this is data set on what they call as cukai punya data set. Okay, so in your data set, you have to divide them into two sets. One would be the training set, and the second one is the testing set. Okay, so this is the training set. Usually kita pakai about 70% of your data to be your training set, and 30% of your data set will be stored in the test set. So in your training set, so you have here 3 attribute. Attribute 1, attribute 2, attribute 3, and the class here. Okay, so the class is no or yes. From this one, okay, from these 3 attribute, okay, we want to see is the attribute of these 3 will give impact to our class, whether it is yes or it is no. Alright. So based on your training set, okay, it will be input to the learn model. And this learn model, we are using tree induction. So tree induction is one of the classification technique that need to be used. Okay, one of the model of classification technique. Okay, and then we will try to compare the model so that we can apply it to our test set here. Okay, so if we got the best parameter of the classification model here, we will try to apply them into our test set. Okay. However, for us to know is the model or this, for example, we use tree induction here, is good or not good, okay, in doing the classification, okay, we need the model evaluation. Okay, sebelum tu saya bagi layman term sahaja untuk our classification task ni. Okay, you bayangkan you ada, you are a student, okay, and then you ada classes, right, for 14 weeks, okay, and then you have final. Now, in your final, this is what we call as test set lah, okay. Dalam you punya semester tu ada 14 minggu, this is what you call as training. So in those 14 weeks, you are given a few set of question. Right? You ada banyak set of question. Lepas tu, dalam set of question tu, you are going to find the answer. For example, you boleh tengok daripada slide, you boleh tengok daripada YouTube and all of those things, right? But then, meaning that you are trained with the answer. So this answer is we call as class. Tapi bila dalam final you, in your final you are only given question without knowing any answer. So meaning that based on what you have learned or what you have trained in those 14 weeks, you akan belajar daripada yang 14 weeks ni. So this is what we call as learning model. Okay. So you tengok, okay, result you macam mana kalau you makin banyak exercise yang you buat, makin banyak answer you akan jawab dengan betul. So based on that, okay, based on markah-markah you on your exercise, you akan dapat di model punya accuracy. Daripada situ baru you akan try kepada test set. So test set you ni dia tak ada any class. Meaning that based on attribute yang ada, okay, you dah belajar kan sebelum ni dalam training set. Tapi sekarang ni dia tak nak bagi you class, okay, kat sini. So that based on yang you dah belajar, kalau lah attribute dia lebih kurang kepada these 3 attribute ni, value dia, apa kelas yang dia akan predict ataupun classify. So itu adalah basic concept of classification. Tapi macam mana kita nak tahu model ni bagus ke tak bagus? In what way? Maknanya adakah kalau kita jawab soalan macam contoh layman punya term macam ni kan, kalau kita jawab soalan exercise ataupun final year question, adakah accuracy kita makin tinggi, makin kita jawab dengan betul, ataupun adakah dengan baca slide sahaja kita boleh dapat markah yang tinggi bila kita dapat test. So daripada situ yang kita nak tengok the model evaluation here.